So I've made my fair share of videos focusing on the mining mechanics of Hypixel Skyblock, and in each video I say how this is the worst grind ever, it's the most painful, it takes the longest, but I have been keeping a secret from you the entire time. Every time I say that certain mechanic or certain item is the most difficult to get, it takes the longest, it's tedious, all that stuff, but I've been holding back. The real most annoying mechanic has been there the whole time. In the background. It's there from the first mithril you mine. That's right, I'm talking about powder. Before we begin, of course, disregard my sick voice. So, powder, what does it do? You see, powder is very important in upgrading your Heart of the Mountain tree. Oh, but what's the Heart of the Mountain tree? Well, you didn't watch last episode then, but basically, it's a bunch of upgrades that just make your mining a lot better, and it looks a little bit like this. It's got mining speed, mining fortune, mining spread, more mining spread, forge time, mining wisdom, all sorts of things. And that was only the first layer. You see, the Heart of the Mountain is tiered. For the first three, you just need mithril powder. It's pretty simple to get. You know, you just go up to some mithril, and then you just mine it, and you get some powder. Like, you see I guess, titanium has spawned nearby. But that number on the side that goes up, yeah, with the mithril, that's your mithril powder. Titanium has spawned nearby. And it's pretty similar with gemstones as well. You just mine them, you get powder. Oh, what about glacite? You guessed it, you just mine it. Boom, powder. Ooh, golden goblin, diamond goblin. Each section broadly applies to the area you're going to be mining in. Like in the first three, just the dwarven mines, it's mostly just speed, spread, and fortune upgrades, along with quick forge, because that's what the forge is. And it's also got a dwarven mine specific one, the luck of the cave, as well as some just early on terrible ones like precision mining. Also the pickaxe abilities, Pickleballis, and mining speed boost. Then we get up to the next four, and these ones are focused on the crystal hollows. You got Mole, which helps mining hardstone, which we'll get to in a second. You've got Great Explorer, which again, we'll get to that in a second, but that's also exclusive to crystal hollows. You also got Heat Resistance, which is, I'm pretty sure, exclusive to the crystal hollows, because that's the one where you get heat, along with Fishing, so you can get Worm Membrane, I think. Sky Mall, which just helps with everything all over the place. And then you get to the top three, which are focused on the glacite tunnels. These ones are hyper-specific to the glacite tunnels, I must add. Besides Miner's Blessing, because that's just always applicable and always useful, especially for Scathos. Not that I would know, because I gave up and bought my own, but that's besides the point, because this one increases your chance for suspicious scrap. This one, Dwarven Metals, a lot of Dwarven Metals in the glacite caves. Another glacite mineshaft one, another glacite mineshaft one. This one's just applicable to everything and is great. Another glacite mineshaft one, 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 wait, no, this one's actually applicable to the entirety of the glacite caves, but also very useful in the glacite tunnel one, another glacite tunnel one, and another glacite mineshaft one, so yeah. But as you can see, the top three are really about optimizing your glacite tunnels. We got a little bit off track with all that explanation, but as you can see, powder is very important. It also contributes to your skyblock level, so of course, you want to get this stuff like crazy. As you can see right here, I've got like 5,400,000 mithril powder, 26,400 gemstone powder, and nearly 5 million glacite powder. That seems great, right? Well, mithril powder-wise, I'm getting there. You know, I only have like a couple more levels for efficient miner and then I'm finished, but glacite, I'm very far. And of course, I still need to get that skyblock XP at some point. And there's two main surface level ways to get mithril powder. You see, you can either mine mithril, or you can complete commissions. Wow, that was 400 mithril powder. That'll make a dent for sure. So obviously that's not ideal, but thankfully the devs realized this was super annoying and introduced this guy, the Puzzler. And he basically just highlights a place in the ground, or he doesn't highlight it, the mod highlights it, but he gets me 1,500 mithril powder, yay! Which also does not make a dent. Thankfully, the devs are not heartless and introduced a mining event called 2x powder. As the name suggests, for the duration of the event, which is like 15 minutes or something, you get double the powder. Yay! Too bad the mining event rules are usually better together, or Gone with the Wind. Oh my gosh, those are both terrible. I have never met a single person who likes Better Together, okay? At least Gone with the Wind has a few applications for mining speed. Oh my gosh, it makes me mine a little bit faster. Yay! Good in the early game, I guess. But Better Together, if there's one thing I've learned from mining, is that you absolutely do not want somebody mining next to you. But thankfully, there's one more way. One way that's actually not terrible if you have the resources. That's right, it's the crystal nucleus again. You thought I was done with this thing? Not even close. I still have to get the alloy. You see, the crystal nucleus usually rewards Heart of the Mountain XP, but when you get to level 10, it can't do that anymore, so instead, it gives you extra powder. And those powders come in the form of Gemstone and mithril. Unfortunately not glacite, because that would be way too easy, I guess. But it still gives you a decent amount of mithril, and I'm pretty sure it stacks with 2x powder. I haven't actually tested that, but I assume it would. Like a year ago, there was another way to efficiently get mithril powder, which was by far the best, and it was basically doing this. And you may be like, this is what you did last episode, right? With the blue goblin eggs. And you're absolutely right, it was. And you see that thing, gemstone powder, right there? That used to be mithril powder, or at least there was a chance for it to be mithril powder. Unfortunately, the devs wanted us to actually, like, work for that stuff instead of just getting it like gemstone powder, and they removed it. But thankfully, following this rickety old staircase, you can find the abandoned quarry, which is the dev's solution for removing mithril powder from those chests. And oh my gosh, it's terrible. You're telling me I gotta fish to get mithril grubbers and kill them for mithril powder? That's insane. That's insane. We're not gonna get one, see? Ew, I gotta fish. I don't want to do fishing when I'm supposed to be mining. That's the wrong skill. Though it does have this epic mithril vein right here, which just has so much pure mithril in the middle. It's the best one. I don't know if it gives more powder, but it gives more mithril itself, which I guess you can sell. But getting mithril powder is still so incredibly annoying. Now let's go to gemstone powder. This one is probably the easiest to get, or at least the easiest to get without going super out of your way. If you're getting the blue goblin omelet, you'll probably amass enough gemstone powder to last you your entire life. You're not gonna need to go do much more, probably. I don't know. It gives you a lot anyway, so yeah, you can get 2 grinds done in one. And again, the crystal nucleus also gives you some if you're at max Heart of the Mountain level, which isn't ideal. You have to wait all that time just to get some bonus powder, but it's a source at least. I should also probably mention that each powder has its own specific pet. It gives you a 20% powder boost from most sources. For gemstone, it's the Scatha. For mithril, it's the mithril golem. And for glacite, it's the glacite golem, which I'm too poor to have, so can't show that one off. But yeah, easy to say that gemstone powder, I maxed that out much faster than everything else. Lastly, we have glacite. Now, unfortunately, the only way to mine and get glacite powder is by actually mining glacite itself. I wish you could get a little bit, like, of course, less by mining the other dwarven metals here, like umber and tungsten. But unfortunately, the devs were not that nice, so you can just mine this stuff. Or you just, like, pick a ball of it again. And early on, this stuff is super annoying to get because glacite takes forever to mine. Even with an almost maxed out drill, this stuff takes forever. You can only imagine what, like, a Heart of the Mountain, fresh Heart of the Mountain 7 players is going to suffer through with this. But just like mithril and gemstone, which I guess I didn't mention the gemstone powder commissions, but commissions give you powder. And thankfully, glacite gives you the most powder per commission. At about 1,000 per, which, you know, is good all things considered. There is another way to get glacite powder, and that is the glacite mine shafts. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be lucky enough to spawn one because, of course, I'm recording, and I want one to happen. But once you complete those and you get out safely, you get a tiny little bit of glacite powder, which I feel like it should be more. You know, I feel like it's a rare enough event you can give us at least like 10,000 per, not like 3,000 per. I think you gotta hike that price, hike that reward a little bit, just because it's easier, I guess. All this to say that powder grinding is so painful. And let me tell you, this sure keeps you mining, because I am mining level 60. I've maxed a while ago. I've got maxed out Devon armor. I've got a nearly maxed drill. Most of my mining pets are level 100 or close without even trying, just like having them equipped or pet share. And yet I'm still struggling for mithril powder, the easiest one to get, supposedly. You think that mining 60 is the end of mining? No. No. That end comes years later when you finally get your last piece of mithril powder. Because I am fairly certain I'm gonna max out glacite powder before I even max out mithril powder. There's no way I don't, like genuinely. But yeah, that's just about all that my voice can handle today, so yeah, I guess back to powder mining it is for me.